Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer. So tell me, why doesn't Batman ever go to Robin's house? They don't like rich people in Robin's hood. Today, we're taking a look at Arkham Asylum for the DC deck building game, and this is by Cryptozoic, and it's for 2 to 5 players. Now, this is the stuff that Cody got in from his recent Kickstarter that he backed. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to unbox all this. Maybe we'll look at every card, maybe we won't. There's a lot of stuff here. So, tell you what, let's go down to the table. Let's start opening up all of this stuff, and let's actually see what is inside all this DC deck building goodness. And I'm excited about this guy right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The DC deck building game. This is Arkham Asylum. This is Cody's Kickstarter stuff. Oh, I am so excited to start digging into this because I do love the DC deck building game. I've played it since the beginning, and I've always had so much fun playing it, and I want to get all this stuff opened up and see what is on the inside. And I don't know why, but I am more excited about the Super Friends expansion pack than anything. Probably because this is what I watched when I was a kid. All right, so that looks really cool. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this right here. We're going to open up the Arkham Asylum Joker and Harley playmat. Now, this was a Kickstarter exclusive. All right, and you know, we're always looking at my table. We got my nice black mat down here and stuff. But being as we've got this Kickstarter, all of this goodness going on, it would probably look better if we just, have a nice little play mat that we can look at and put underneath while we are doing that, rather than look at my boring mat. So I'm going to take all of this stuff. Let's slide all this off to the side, and let's see what we have right here. Okay. Oh man, the colors on this thing are just popping out. Fantastic. All right, you see all that? Arkham Asylum. Okay, that mat looks fantastic. So let's just leave it right there. And this is where we'll do our stuff right there. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. So we have our expansion boxes. Okay, we have these. I'm going to go ahead and do all of these and this one. Okay, we'll do that one a little bit last. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go right here. We're going to go right to the main part of the game. Okay. And here we go. Unleash the Asylum, 2 to 5 players, ages 17 and up. Looks like we got a bunch of Kickstarter exclusive stuff in here. 198 standard cards. And well, we all know this is a card game. So, there's going to be a lot of cards to go through. Are we going to make it through all of them? We'll see if time will tell. Okay. All right. Now, let's get all this plastic stuff off of there. And I'll tell you what, look at that. Look at how that just kind of shines. Man, you can see all my reflections, my camera and everything right above you. But yeah, I'll tell you what, that just looks fantastic. The coloring on all of this is just super phenomenal. Just love it. Okay, so we got a rule book. Very back, have our turn sequence, end of turn, and of course our end of game. We're looking at about a 16-page book. All right, so let's see what we have. Of course, got your anatomy of a card. All your good stuff, your punches, vulnerabilities, everybody knows the DC deck building game. The thing that makes this game interesting and fun to me is just all the different little things that they do. Every time they come out with a new set, they have these little changes and stuff. And it's just, they're fun. It's an easy game to get into, not overly complex, but I'll tell you what, we just have a ton of fun every time we play it. We got some card clarifications, so they probably may have some questions when they were doing development. But there you go. Nice and simple rule book. Okay. What do we got right here? Deck building game Arkham Asylum Shadows expansion rule book. So this must be integrated into that as well. So you got some different cards there. You got your Nemesis cards. All right. Take a little quick look at that. Another couple pages here. All right. And then there you go. There's your back page. Very nice. Okay, so it looks like our freeze tokens are already popping out. So as you can see, no problems there. And these freeze tokens on the back, oh, hey, are they the same? Cards under this token are out of the game until you refresh your deck. So, yep, so you're just freezing them. You're just putting them all off to the side. Looks like we got some little Joker tokens. All right, and there's what the Joker's going to do. Give you a little closer look at some of those. All right, okay, got a little bribe token there. Looks like different monies or something. Looks like 1 and 3, depends on what side it's on. And then you have this little bribe. token. Okay, put him off to the side. Now, oh yay, look at this guy. So do we have Two-Face in here? We're going to get his little coin. We got his little Liberty 1922. Nice little metal coin. That's nice and chunky. Okay, stick this back in here. All right, and then of course, cards, more cards, and even more cards. So let's start here. So it looks like what we're going to do is we're going to get a few more of those tiles and we're going to get another freeze token. So I'm guessing this is going to add maybe the 5th player to the game because the original punch thing only had room for 4. All right. Okay. So this might be our Kickstarter exclusive stuff right here. It's going to be my guess. Oh, yeah. So this is going to be the Joker and Harley. This is a nice plastic, like a divider. I don't know if you're using it. That's what it's used for or whatnot. But yeah, you know what? We're just going to slide that right back in that little bag. Okay. And this actually is another, this looks like there's a couple dividers in here as well. These are for some smaller ones. So maybe there's some plastic dividers, some nice plastic dividers that come with this game somewhere. And there you go. So these are nice, shiny. Love the look of those. Nice and slick. Very nice. Okay. And look at that. That bag is already ripped up. But hey, there we go. We got it protected. So this deck was right here. Let's start taking a look at some of these cards and let's see what's inside this box. Try to keep an eye on my time so we don't go too super long with all this. Okay. And like I said, I don't know how many duplicates we have. So if I notice there's a lot of like duplicate cards and stuff, I'll try to double over those ones really fast and whatnot. Because there's a lot to go through. And if you guys like this game like I do, oh, we'll have to see how it is. All right, so I got a blue card right there in the middle of all of it. Okay, what is that blue card? That blue card is the Bat. There you go. There's your hero, the Batman. Okay, and then of course burglary starter deck. All right, so here we go. So it looks like we got, so definitely we got 2 of those. Looks like we're gonna have 2 so far, a couple of every card. All right, maybe not all of them, some of them. So just kind of pause, kick back, hit mute, listen to me, whatever you like to do. I'm totally cool with it. But I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to flip through all these cards. Now me, I'm looking at a lot of this artwork because I've always loved the artwork in this game. I just always have. So I'm not paying too much attention to any of the text. I'm just looking at the artwork. I'm going to go back and I'm going to read all that text later. I'm going to figure out playing this game, what everything is going to do. But I just like enjoying this artwork. That's interesting. Bribe, 2 victory points. So that little bribe token is going to come into play on some of these. That's interesting. Well, I figured it would come into play on some of these, but how it comes into play is beyond me. Kite Man. All right, Solomon Grundy. Oh, I tell you, this game looks good. Love this artwork. I love some of this older look too, because it looks like they have some artwork in here that's kind of gives you that more of that older, you know, late 80s or whatever, comic-ish stuff. Not quite as new, but very nice. The Red Hood, we got the Batgirl, Catwoman. All right, Nightwing, and there you go. Okay, and that is this deck that was actually shoved right there. So we have a couple more. Definitely we have a couple more decks that we're going to go through. All right. Get this one opened up. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to have a randomizer, our Arkham Asylum randomizer, then player 4 for team B. All right, team. All right. So it looks like for when you're doing team play, we're going to have those. All right. And then of course the blue backs on this one is going to be Ra's al Ghul and Bane. Very nice. Okay. So put those off to the side. Oh yes, he looks like even like there's an event right in the middle of it. Interesting. Okay. All right. Well, let's go look and see what we have here. See, now this is almost like that the randomizer card, but like that little hard plastic one we got. Very nice. Cool. Love it. All right. And boy, I'll tell you, these decks, these are huge. I can barely hold on to this thing. There we go. Bitewing. I love it. Oh, these guys, man, I'll tell you what, all these comics and everything else, just the imagination they have and the stuff they come up with is absolutely amazing. Batmite. All right, the stolen identity. See, it looks like we just have some punch cards. So yeah, it's going to be fun to see how this one actually goes together, because I got to sort everything out. Because here's your, what they may have probably done is you're going to have a lot of these cards, and then I think for the Kickstarter they give you alternate art versions of them or something along those lines. So Oliver Queen, we all know who he is. Another event. So yeah, the fun thing about this one is going to be organizing it. So hopefully it's semi-organized just in how they have it right now. All right, getting close into this. Gas canisters. Okay. Thunder. The Lazarus Pit. But this artwork, man, this artwork is just amazing. I love this artwork. That's one thing I've always been fascinated. I used to collect, like, I never was the baseball card person, but I collected the cards from like all the artists, like the Fazettas and all those stuff like that, just because I loved looking at the artwork. Very interesting stuff. Okay, now let's see what we have here. Okay. This is going to be, it looks like some of our starter cards, because I see definitely our punches right here. Okay, and it looks like we're probably going to get the same. There might be a couple things mixed in the back. We'll just look real fast, and actually not in this one, only another one. And those ones may be separating the different sections too. All right, so we're going to have like our punch. Okay, for example, we got that punch card right there. But then we have, is it the same? Yeah, it looks like we're going to have the same artwork on all those punch cards. So you know what, let's just throw those there. We're going to have our vulnerabilities, which are going to have no effect there. Okay, we'll just kind of put those over here as well. And now our henchmen. Okay, all the henchmen are, of course, going to be the same. And I think we can actually slide those there. Now, weakness. Oh, the weakness cards are always absolutely horrible. See, and I think they're all the same too. Yep, looks like all of the weaknesses are going to be the same. So, see if we can clear some space for my hand. All right, now we're going to get back into our regular cards. So these are going to be our starter cards as well. So Killer Croc, Bud and Lou, okay. Dr. Fear. All right, the Riddler. I like it. Got the Bat Cycle. Oh, the Riddler's came. You know, the Riddler's one. I've always liked the Riddler. I always thought he was fun. Joker was always good. Everybody likes the Joker, but man, I always liked the Riddler. So he was one of my favorite characters from the old series when I was a kid. The Bat Cow. I'm not even going to ask. Not even going to ask. Titus. Now I like Titus, man. That's a mean looking dog. Okay. Harvey Bullock. And there we go. Those all look good too. So we're just going to actually put them right there, just so that way they're nice and out of the way. Okay. Now, what else do we have here? We are going to have our oversized cards. And we're probably not going to be going back into those little sleeves, but what's the back? So here's your back side. So these are going to be all your different characters you're going to play, is what it looks like. Yeah, once per turn, if there are 4 more cards with different card types in your discard pile, you may draw 2 cards. If you do, discard 2 cards. So every one of these characters is going to have a different special ability. And boy, I tell you what, look at that. I'm going to try to make it so you can actually read some of this text without too bad. But yeah, you might have to just pause the screen just at the right time. Boy, that Poison Ivy card looks fantastic. So is that Riddler card. Scarecrow. Oh yeah, I got good old Two-Face in there. Catwoman. All right. Kite Man. What a weird character. Kite Man was always bizarre. Okay, good old Robin. Got the Bat. Nightwing. See, I liked Robin better when he was Nightwing. Batgirl and Azrael. There we go. Oh, those are nice. Okay, so what else do we have here? Now, okay. So we got a slot for some other cards. So let's just go ahead and put those there for now. And let's see what we have here. So this looks like these might be for team game. All right, so we're going to have some of these harder plastic cards again. All right, look at the artwork on that. Oh, to me, those are just all good artwork. Okay, we got the Team A coffer. Okay, and there's your Team A coffer. There's your backside for that one. Team B coffer, and there's your backside for that one. Okay, all right, and what do we have? That's that, and I think, yeah, and we already looked at these cards right here. Okay, so that, I think, is everything we have for this main set. So let's take these cards right here, and I'm going to put them right in with that, and we're going to see how lost we can get Cody trying to figure out where all this stuff is going to go. Okay, so let's just go ahead and stick this stuff in here for right now. I know this token piece is going to go down here. It actually was down on the bottom flat. Let's do that with it. Let's get this coin back in here, and I know this actually fit up on top nice and flat. Okay, we have our other rule book, and we're going to have our main rule book where we add time-wise. Okay, so I don't think it's going to take us long, but I think we can go through those other sets pretty quick. Okay, if you're still with me, then I don't know, maybe you want to see what's in them as well. All right, now this is Dark Knight. This is Death Metal Kickstarter edition. All right, only 30 new Crisis cards, stuff. There's not a whole lot in these ones, so let's get these things open up and let's see what's on the inside. Because I'll tell you what, I'm excited to see what's on the inside. And I really like mixing and matching some of these things, and just gives you a really good feeling on how they play and everything else. Okay, so looks like we're going to have just a small rule book. It's going to be about 16 pages like normal. And here we go. I'm just going to flip through this thing, and you can see what you got. So here's your different level 2 crisis, how your crisis cards are going to flip over. Excuse me, I'm really curious to see how this metal version is going to work out and what it does. So, super villains, and there you go. And that's just our rule book. So, not a whole lot in here. Looks like we're going to get a nice little metal coin. All right, very nice looking. It's kind of really tiny. We're just going to leave it right there. But let's take a look at all these cards and let's see what we have. Okay, probably not going to be able to get those back in there too. But we're going to have, oh man, tell you what, these just look really cool. We got the Bat Cycle, Alfred Box. I got the little metal symbol down there. Chainsaw of Truth. Yeesh. These are, well, I'll tell you what, these are difficult to almost look at from my point of view. You guys are probably really struggling. All right, Call Upon the Multiverse and Godly Ascension. But boy, tell you what, do they look good or what? They just look absolutely fantastic. Now, we're going to get basically the same. We got a randomizer card in there. Okay, so we got mostly everything, right? So we'll figure out what we got. The Black Lantern Power Ring. All right. As always, pause. You can take a little bit look at it, a little closer look. All right. Boy, yeah, I'll tell you what, this is definitely, the way they package this, it definitely looks like it's a game where you almost need just the B-Rex. That's cool. Where you need to kind of go through all your supervillains. All right, who wins frag? The Batman wins frag. Yeah, trying to figure out how to organize all this stuff, put it all together. Boy, that's almost a game in itself when you first start playing this. All your different crisis cards. Okay, again, that artwork. Very nice. Tsunami, Escape the Maze, got some more crisis, and of course the Swamp Thing. Okay, put that there. What are we going to have here? This looks like another one of those little plastic divider pieces, which it is. There you go. There's your crisis. Very cool. And we got our oversized cards, which, there you go, Dark Knight Metal. Okay, that's the back side of it. So you have your setup. Okay, and then you got your Arrival, your Dark Reflections, your Wild Hunt. All right, 2 of those. Aquaman, Crisis Superhero. Man, there you go. The glare on these again. Holy crud. Batman, we got Cyborg, The Flash, Harley Quinn, Hawk Girl, Nightwing. I hope you guys are seeing all these okay. I'm probably wiggling too much. I'm trying to get them to where you guys can maybe get an angle right. Superman, of course, Wonder Woman, Wally West, Swamp Thing. Oh, who's that? The Bat Who Laughs. Batman Who Laughs. Superboy Prime and Dr. Fate. All right, and there you go. That is this box. So let's get all this in here. Okay, that's going to go here, and that's going to go here. Now, these are just really, really small decks. So we should only have just a few cards in each one of these. Let's see if we can actually get these opened up without destroying them too bad. I always have a hard time opening these boxes up. Actually, I have more of a hard time putting everything back in these boxes, is what I do. All right, so we're going to have our hard plastic. Looks like our little divider piece again. This is going to be for Hush. So basically, I'm guessing you're just going to be able to have this up, and then all the cards from the Hush set you're just going to put right behind that guy. Okay. Our oversized cards. All right, so it looks like we're going to have our crossover pack number 12. They have so many crossover packs. All right, your investigative deck. List of suspects. Who is Hush? Oh, that's interesting. All right, and there's your setup for it. Okay, and then you're going to have your different characters for it. Jim Gordon. Okay, very nice. And we're just going to have a small deck of cards. Where are we at? Okay. Oh, so many cards in these deck building games. Absolutely so many cards. It's like we're going to have a randomizer. We're going to have some investigation cards right in the middle of this. Okay. All right, there we go. Let's go back through them. Got the motorcycle. And again, that artwork looks really good. And it looks like they bounce. They're still bouncing between the different eras is what it kind of looks like to me. But I do like them. Harley, of course, the Joker. Good old Hush. Does anybody really know who Hush is? Okay. Two-Face, Deadshot. Oh, these must be your, what are they? Those investigation cards. Okay. Some major evidence, minor evidence, or critical evidence. So ambush attack. See, now this one looks like it has some really unique stuff going on with it. I do like this one. Oh, crypto. All right, and then your Gotham City Bridge. And there you go. Okay, that is this guy. Now, will everything go back in the box the way I would like it to go back in the box? Let's absolutely hope it does. Because I always like to put the long cards in, and I can usually just do that right there. Okay, we're good to go. Shadooby. And if it comes down just low enough, okay, we'll put it right there. I'm not going to force that in too tight right now. So I can go back and I can do that later. The main thing is getting these things open for the very first time without totally destroying these boxes is the hardest thing to do. Because they are just super tight. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. We got just this one and one more. We got our Super Friends, which I'm saving for last, which is the one I want to see the most. All right, and okay, calling cards. See, this looks like some older art type artwork. Green Arrow. All right, and this is back to your metal. So I'm really, man, I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to see how all this stuff is going to play together. Okay, get this deck here opened up. Whew. Boy, there is just a ton of cards here, folks. A ton of cards. All right. Yeah. Tell you what, it is amazing that this game, they've done so many crossover packs and everything else, and this game has just kept going and going and going. Deathstroke, and there you go, Plastic Man. It has absolutely amazed me that this game is just, there's that big of a following. Because, I mean, it's one I've always enjoyed. There's your little divider piece. At least that's what I'm calling them. But yeah, I'm glad to see this game has just kept surviving the way it is. I don't know, for some reason it got a bad rap a few times, but I've always thought it was really good. Okay, Dark Knight Rising, there's your setup card. The Bat Who Laughs, there's the back of that. Okay, your crossover pack 11 with all of your contents and whatnot. You know, information on your cards. And then here's going to be your cards. Batman, Earth 1, Earth 11. Okay, this is going to be all Batmans on all kinds of different Earths. Okay, and there you go for that. that is going to be everything there. So all we have left to do, folks, is go through that guy right there, which is, oh my gosh. And that's the one that I can see a lot of people just kind of cringing on the artwork because, well, you know what? It's that really old artwork that I grew up with. Okay. And this guy just doesn't want to kind of close down, does he? Okay, there he goes. Now, here we go. We got the super, oh man, look at that artwork right there. Oh, you guys are in for a treat. If you haven't paid attention to this old artwork like this, you're in for a treat. Because to me, this is some great artwork, but this is what I grew up with. And I don't think there's going to be too much in here. Okay. Looks like we're going to have our, okay, there you go. Nice little hard plastic again. And we're just going to have a few little cards. Looks like we got some randomizers right there. Not a whole lot in this pack, definitely for sure. But wow, look at that artwork. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. You know, and back in the day, this was the stuff. I mean, this is what everyone's like, oh my gosh, I mean, this is great. Man, this just brings me back. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, Player 4, yeah. The Super Friends expansion pack. And there you go. And there's your randomizer. Absolutely, absolutely cool. There's the back side of those other cards. There's your team mode. Look at that. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Let's get all this stuff back in here. I'll stop geeking out for a little bit. But that's the old style artwork that you guys are probably cringing on. But there you go. That is the Arkham Asylum. That is Joker Harley Quinn playmat. That is the main base game right there. All right, we're looking at the Death Metal, okay, Dark Knight's Death Metal set. Absolutely fantastic looking. We got the Super Friends. Are you as excited about Super Friends as I am? I'm excited about that. That is cool looking. We got Hush. Who is Hush? Trying to figure that out, doing investigation stuff. That's really cool. And this Dark Knight Rising. This looks phenomenal as well. There you go. Whew, sorry this one's been so long, so I'll tell you what, let's go back up top. Let's close this thing out. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is what at least Cody got in his Arkham Asylum Kickstarter stuff. I think he pretty much stays up to date and makes sure he gets all the newest stuff because I think he has everything for this game right now. He loves this game so much, and I have fun playing with it every single time. I love playing all the smaller expansions and how all of that adds something a little bit new to the base game. It just keeps it fresh, keeps it changing up, and you're never playing the same game all the time. It's really fun. It's just so much fun. I love the game. It's easy to teach and it's simple to learn. But there you go. Fantastic. Artwork is gorgeous. This mat, oh, just phenomenal looking. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to get this one to the table and see what it looks like when it's set up and we're already playing the game. So there you go. Good looking stuff. Well, thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we please ask you to like this video on YouTube, Board Game Geek, on Facebook, on X. We also ask that you leave us a comment on any of those platforms, and we'll get to those comments just as soon as we can. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we please ask you to click on the subscription button, and go ahead and subscribe, be part of our little family, and even click on the bell, get notifications when we drop new videos. And also, ladies and gentlemen, if you like the content we provide you here, we humbly ask you to click on the super thanks button and leave a tip. You know, there was a guitar player that moved into a new house the other day and he had all of the locks replaced. It was a key change.